tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Talk family? It's your boy, Dr. Boxing Talk, back for another YouTube video. Banger, man. Yes, sir. Yes, man. I know what time it is. The doctor's in the house, man. So check this out. We have unfortunate news in the boxing world, man, particularly in the cruiserweight division. Boxing star, Australian star, Opetaia has been injured, man. But the good news is that it's a minor injury. As of now, they have not disclosed what kind of injury it was, but we can say that it is indeed minor because the fight has been pushed back from May 13th to June 8th. So that's just pushed back a few weeks, right? Not even the entirety of a month span will transpire between the original time and the new time, you know what I'm saying, as far as the date goes. So that's a good thing. I'm sure that we'll learn more information on the type of injury it was in the future, but as of right now, we just know it's minor and the doctors want him to push back the fight date a couple weeks in order to make sure that he's still at top form. And those of you that don't know, he will be fighting Claudio Squeo, undefeated and unknown fighter from Italy. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are disappointed in this, and some people on Twitter and elsewhere, other forms of social media, are saying, why not just find another opponent?
You dumbass.
Now, I'm not defending Opetaia.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I'm defending boxing. You know, and I've said this before with Gervonta Tank Davis, right? Because you know that he tried to fight Lomachenko, then he tried to fight Rayo Valenzuela, then he tried to fight, you know, some other people, including entertaining Williams Opetaia before he landed on Lamont Roach, you know? So you could, and not even to mention Edward De Los Santos. So you could argue that Lamont Roach was the fourth or fifth option before he fought him in his last fight. A lot of people were disappointed, and we know that the date was postponed. And I countered and said, hey, man, you never know what goes into ascertaining the fight and an opponent. You know what I'm saying? It's not that easy as in just, oh, there's an injury, oh, there's a clash of dates, oh, I have to change this or change that, let me just switch up my opponent. No, man, it's not that easy to just get an opponent and schedule a time that's appropriate for everybody. You know, they already did this with Claudio Squeo if you're Opetaia. Gervonta Tank Davis already did this with Lamont Roach. So you have to be patient and not just think that, oh, because the original date was messed up or scratched out, that you could just easily just go grab another opponent that's more appealing to the public. A lot of these things go into boxing. You know what I'm saying? I said that before, and people that don't like Tank or don't like me would say that I'm making excuses for Tank. People that don't like Opetaia will say, oh, I'm making excuses for Opetaia. I'm not making excuses. I'm just coming at it from a realistic standpoint, and that's why you rock with this channel, because that's what I'm always going to do. I don't think Opetaia has to switch up his opponent because the date has changed to 3 weeks later. You know what I'm saying? That's just not the appropriate time to grab another opponent, you know, especially let's say like Gilberto Ramirez or Badu Jack. You know, they're already involved with fights of their own. You know, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez is already going against Uniel Dorticos to satisfy his requirement for one of his sanctioning bodies. You know what I'm saying? Particularly the WBA. He has to fight his WBA mandatory. Badu Jack is fighting his WBC mandatory in Ryan Rozicki. So when you get an opponent, once you negotiate and schedule a time and you figure out the purses and all this other stuff, and you get with your team and their team and you find a date and you find an opponent that's convenient for your schedule, it's very hard and difficult to just defer from that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that easy as just, oh yeah, this date didn't work out, let me go grab a whole nother opponent. No, man, if he wanted to fight another opponent, then he probably wouldn't come back till September, November, you know what I'm saying, around that area. So I'd rather see these great fighters fight and stay active than the contrary, them only try to go for big fights, but then we don't see him as often. Like I said, I'm not making an excuse for Opetaia.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of you Opetaia fans. You know, I like Opetaia, don't get me wrong, but I do not like any ridiculous fan that will say one thing that benefits their fighter that they like, but then when it comes to another fighter, like if this happened to Gilberto Ramirez, I know a lot of people would be on his helmet and saying, oh man, Zurdo was just looking for excuses, man. It's just no, bro, it's not an excuse for neither one of these fighters. These things happen, injuries happen, man. It's not just easy to just pivot to something else entirely when you already acquired an opponent. Ain't no telling what it took to get that opponent in the first place. So just let boxing play out. These big fights will happen, and whether it's Gervonta Tank Davis or Canelo Alvarez or Opetaia or Clarissa Shields, no matter what fighter it is, when you have to reschedule some things, especially due to injury, it's oftentimes more convenient to just keep the same opponent that you already scheduled things for, regardless of how appealing it is or unappealing it is to the general public, man, and the boxing fans, man. But that's just my news right there, man. Opetaia will be fighting Claudio Squeo, just not at the original date of May 13th. It'll be at the new date of June 8th. Appreciate y'all rocking with me as always, man. Don't forget to smack that like button. But most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.